Hey, what's up, guys? It is your good friend Matt. We're back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And as you already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, we are back again with another episode of New Figure Pickups. It's episode 95. We are on our way to that 100th episode. As I said, looking to plan that for just about the new year. Episode 100, it's going to be a big one. Can't wait for that. But also, we are here with not only our 95th episode, but some people who have been with us for 95 episodes. And if you've been with me for all 95 of these and the 94 that have come prior to this, I appreciate it oh so much. If this is your first time here today, again, I appreciate that oh so much. And you can get over to the channel, hit that subscribe button and all that good stuff. We're going to get to that, though, at the end of the video. Right now, we're going to jump into this because it is Black Friday. It is the day after Thanksgiving. I hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving with your friends, with your families. I hope you're having some fun today, maybe staying out of the crazy world that is Black Friday shopping. That is for sure. I made a little adventure this morning, and it made me realize I wanted to go right back inside my house. So here is where I sit, here is where I stay, and we record some videos for the channel. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Episode 95. I've got a cool item to start this episode off. Got to give a big shout out to my buddy Dakota, my buddy Big Cherms. He's out there. He's always checking it out, checking out the channel. And this is a little gift from him. He found this the other day, and the first person he thought of was me. So, of course, I think that's probably what most of my friends would do if any of them came across something wrestling. I don't think they would think of anybody else but me. But a big shout out to him and a big appreciation to him for this. I'm just so happy to add this to the collection. It is a old school WWF duffel bag. It has seen some better days. I already tried to clean it down once. As you can see, it is a little dirty. We're going to clean it up one more time and eventually get it put away somewhere or hung up somewhere in this room. But, already, like I said, wiped it down once. It needs another one. It needs one more good wipe down. I don't know if those are stains or if they're permanent. We'll see. We'll see if we can get that all off of there. But this WWF bag, very cool. Again, you don't see much of anything, obviously, WWF these days, unless you're going way, way back. And to find items like this are just, always a little bit of a gem. So hopefully we'll get this thing cleaned up, brought back to a little bit better shape. And of course, it will be right here in the collection. So to my brother, to this, to the crazy friendship that we have had over the years. And I appreciate you so much there. Big Cherms, Dakota, you already know you're out there. I'm sure it's giving you a smile. Hopefully you'll see this video. And again, I appreciate you so much, bro. This was a cool surprise. So happy to add this to the collection. Up next, we're getting into AEW, the only AEW figure in this video, and it is none other than Wardlow. And this figure here actually was up on the MERCARI store, but I have about 3 or 4 Wardlows for sale. This being the only one that was in this attire, I actually really liked it, and I decided that I wanted to add this back to the collection. So we do add this now back to the collection here, the personal collection, and I actually got rid of another Wardlow that I had that is now up for sale on the store. So it's always something, sometimes we're changing things around, we're switching it up, but I like this one a lot. I like the attire. I like that kind of like purple camo-ish type look. So very cool, very different, and like I said, I really like having this one in the collection. I don't even know if this is like, I don't want to say a misprint. Obviously, these are how they came out, but I feel like this whole outfit should have looked much different. But again, hey, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I do not remember Wardlow actually wrestling in this attire. We spin it around to the back. It does show him right here. Dynamite, Blood and Guts, May 5th, 2021, Jacksonville, Florida. So it is a real thing. But I don't remember that match. I guess I'd have to go back and double check on that one. But Wardlow coming out of the Unrivaled collection. Very cool, and excited to add this to the personal collection. Up next, we've got the only Legends Elite for this video, and it is going to be none other than Series 28. It is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels here now just about completing this whole set. I just need the Triple H. We've already got the Diesel. We've already got the Razor Ramon. We've now got Shawn Michaels. We just need the Triple H, and the curtain call is complete. I don't know what the whole deal was with this set. I will say, for the amount of box sets that we have received, some of which are amazing, some of which, they could have been better. But I think that this could have been a much bigger hit all the way around if we had gotten these exact same 4 figures in a 4-pack in a box set and then had them all with, attires or extra goods, whatever you want to say, the soft goods, the accessories, the extra heads, all that great stuff. If we had that in a 4-pack, I think these would have been a little bit better. I definitely would have liked to see them in that display. I think a lot of collectors may also feel the same way, but it is cool to also give people the opportunity to say, hey, maybe I don't really need these figures and I just need this one, or I need, maybe these 2, whatever it may be. And I know how that can be as well, because there has been many a times where I have said, oh, it is killing me to have to buy a 2-pack for 1 figure, or any type of pack for 1 set figure. And I remember that always being the case a lot when we were growing up. That was always kind of the way. We'd get a new figure, it would be put into a 2-pack, and it's like, I don't really need the other guy, but I really need this guy. So either way, that is that, and we will certainly always have that problem as we continue to go and collect, right? It's never going to go away. But this is very cool here. Love this Shawn Michaels, and can't wait to get that Triple H, complete the set, and have them all together. Finally put up on the shelf side by side there. So, HBK, Shawn Michaels, out of the Legends line there. Up next, who do we want to go with first? It's 2 in the same, but I want to figure out which one do I want to put on first. Which one goes on last? I don't know. We'll see here. Let's go random. Here it is. We're coming out of the Elite line again. It is the Elite Collection SummerSlam Mr. Perfect Build-A-Figure set, and it is none other than Hulk Hogan. And this Hulk Hogan been eluding me for some time. Found a crazy great deal on this and had to jump on it. But we've got this camouflage military man Hogan here, and very cool. Got the red, white, and blue American flag bandana. He's got a couple of extra accessories and goods with him there. Hands and all that great stuff. Still got the hands in there from the Mr. Perfect figure. Didn't take those out, but I did take the arms out, as we already broke into these and got the Build-A-Figure parts out of them. So, we got those out before this video even started. But either way, Hulk Hogan looking great here, SummerSlam set. And as we spin this around to the back very quick, we already have the Dolph Ziggler. We now have the Hogan. We don't need the Zeus because we already got the Zeus in the San Diego Comic-Con 2-pack No Holds Barred exclusive with Hulk Hogan. So we already have that. And the Jey Uso, wow, what a time was that when this Jey Uso was the hottest figure around. Everybody wanted this Jey Uso. Everybody wanted the Jimmy Uso. And it's crazy. I never bought one. I passed on many of them. Probably should have grabbed a few along the way because they would have been good trade bait. They would have been good for, for sale. But either way, I'm glad that we finally have this Hogan. And with him and Dolph, I feel like I'm basically complete here. I didn't really want to build the Mr. Perfect figure. There's certain figures or Build-A-Figures that I do pass on. I'm sure some of you collect all of them. Some of you may not collect any of them, or a couple, just like myself. But Mr. Perfect wasn't really on the list of figures, Build-A-Figures that I wanted to complete. So nice to add the arms from him and, of course, other mixed and matched parts from other Build-A-Figures. So that way you always have them. You can always put something together if need be. But very cool to, like I said, add that to the pile of Build-A-Figure parts. And here we are with Hogan in this camouflage outfit. Very cool. Very, very cool in my opinion. And the packaging is extremely cool on top of it. Can't wait to see the SummerSlam set that we get this year. See how that packaging will look. So, Hogan coming out of that Elite SummerSlam line. And we've also got another line that Hogan is very famous in and very frequent in. And that would be none other than the Elite Monday Night Wars line. And this is the Hulk Hogan. Of course, the Build-A-Figure of this set, Lex Luger, as you can see at the bottom there. And this was another set where I did not really want to build the figure. I don't have much desire to build that Lex. I have a couple Lex Lugers in the collection, and that one not really being something that I think is super important. But I guess we'll see maybe how I feel towards when all of those parts are together, and eventually we either do build that figure or we wind up selling the pieces. I guess we'll see how that goes as, again, as time plays out. But we've got this Hogan here, a great Hulk Hogan, really the debut more so of the black, of that darkness of Hulk Hogan, and a very cool figure all the way around. It's got that Hulkster weightlifting belt in there. Had to make a custom spot for that so it could be displayed and easily seen, as opposed to being around the backside of him and not being able to see it. And as we spin this one around to the back, I will say I would like to get the Stone Cold from this set. The Undertaker, kind of a 50-50 for me. I would like to see it, in the collection, but a lot of Undertakers that are similar as well, so I don't know if I'd want to really go crazy to find that. And then the Scott Hall, as much as I'd like to add that as well, I don't know if it's really something that I need to go crazy for. So if we only wind up buying the Stone Cold, like I said, saving the Build-A-Figure parts, using them for other things, that's always a good way to keep those just in case. You never know. Maybe even selling some of that stuff off. But if we do wind up buying either the Scott Hall or the Undertaker, at that point, maybe it'll be easier just to get that fourth and final figure and put the Build-A-Figure together. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that all goes and how that plays out. But this Hogan here, I am excited to add to the collection. Great detail in this, as much as there isn't really detail needed. That's the beauty in it. All this black attire, the head sculpt looking great. I love, like I said, that weightlifting belt, having the cross necklace on there as well. And I just think it's all great all the way around. Going from that gold chain, gold cross to the black chain and the silver cross. Little details that make everything that much cooler. Up next, we've got a big one here, a big one for the collection, a big one in my opinion, and this is part of a package deal here, as a matter of fact, because I got this and something else from the same seller, and we got quite a deal on it. That would be none other than the Hall of Fame Heenan family. We got Andre the Giant, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Mr. Perfect, and Big John Studd, and I'll tell you what, guys, this is one of those packs that just has been around for a while, has been kind of eluding me for a while, finally in the collection, and I'm happy to be able to not just put this into the collection, but for each figure individually, it has a really good reason. And to start off, let's see if we can get this a little bit closer so everybody can get a good look here. To start off with the Andre, it's tough to see from the video, but his singlet in this figure is actually a dark blue. So I'm very excited for that, because now we have an Elite Andre with the dark blue singlet. We also now have his Ultimate Edition, which is the black singlet, and a very, very nice figure all the way around. And then I also have the Andre the Giant Elite, where he was Giant Machine. And that one speaks for itself, has the cloth goods on it, that different head scan that it came with, and a very cool figure all in and of itself. Very excited to have that. I would say somewhere in the range of maybe 2 to 3 more Andre the Giants that I really can think of that I need. And once that is complete, I don't think we'll need any more Andres. I think that'll basically wrap up Andre the Giant. The Bobby the Brain Heenan is a great figure. I've had the figure twice loose, sold both of them, and I always say, oh man, I want to keep it so bad, but I'm like, I really want to get the pack. I want to get the 4-pack. I want to have it complete. And so, again, second time around just recently, we actually sold that Bobby Heenan again, and now we have him here in this amazing suit, looking great and looking really fantastic. Actually, this figure is phenomenal. Great detail, looks good. Bobby the Brain Heenan, rest in peace, because I'll tell you what, man, he is actually very sad to say every person in this pack is no longer with us. Obviously, Andre passed away. Bobby Heenan, unfortunately, passing away with the battles that he was having with his health issues. Mr. Perfect way back in, I believe, 2002, 2003, and Big John Studd, unfortunately, not with us either. I'm not sure exactly when he passed away. I want to say it was somewhere in the late 90s, but I could be wrong. And unfortunately, a great pack of past legends, and unfortunately, like I said, none of them with us anymore, but all great men that left a legacy in one way or another. That Mr. Perfect, getting to him, the orange singlet, very nice, very cool. Happy to add that to the collection now. I think we've got Mr. Perfect in the orange. We've got him in yellow. We've got him in black. We've got him in the NWO. It's definitely, it's getting there. I think I need maybe another, couple of Mr. Perfect figures, and then it will be just that, a perfect collection of Mr. Perfect. And that Big John stud, unfortunately, he does not have his robe or entrance robe that he did have with his Legends figure, but who knows, maybe somewhere down the road we'll wind up coming across something like that loose and we could add it to it or put it in the package somehow. Maybe I don't know, maybe we could build this pack up a little bit. We could open it up. We could put we could put a title with Andre. We could put a microphone with Heenan. We could put a towel or the Intercontinental title with Mr. Perfect, and we could put that entrance robe with Big John Studd and really add to this pack. It might be just what we have to do, but it will be what we're doing with the next one. And the next one, like I said here, this is coming from the same seller. This came from California, and I got quite the deal here. And as you guys can see, we got another Hall of Fame pack. It is the Four Horsemen class of 2012. Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Barry Windham, and Tully Blanchard. And I'll tell you what, this pack is going to get the upgrades, and I'm going to tell that just in a second here. But first, let's talk about this. Another pack that has been around for a while, one that has gotten away from me because I did not really collect during this time. And same thing with the Heenan family pack. As I've told you guys many of times, I stopped collecting really heavily around 2017, 2018, and I just got out of it, for however long, it was probably until, basically January of 2022. I think it was January 2022. Is when we really started collecting. It was actually the very end of 2021, so December 2021, January 2022. That's really when I got back into this. But, when I stopped collecting from, 2017-ish up until that, very end of 2021, that 5-year gap that I did not collect, there was a lot of figures that I missed out on, a lot of good ones at that. As I say all the time too, around Elite 45, somewhere around Elite Series 45 is when I stopped collecting, and when I got back into it, they were on Elite Series like 85 or somewhere in there, 83, 85, kind of where I got back into it. So this pack definitely eluded me, but it is here now, and let's talk about some things that we're going to do to it. So as you guys can see here, all of these men have red on in some way or another. With Tully, he's got the trunks, he's got the trunks, he's got the knee pads, and he's got the boots. With Barry Windham, he's got the boots. Again, we come to Arn Anderson, he's got a little red on the trunks, he's got the knee pads and the boots. The boots very similar or almost identical to the Tully Blanchard ones. And then on the Ric Flair, we've got the Ric Flair boots that are also a little bit of red in there with the black. So, considering that this has a red theme or a red, black, and white theme, I said, let's do something to really make this pack, I think, pop just a little bit more than it already does. So I got a couple of things here. First things first, we've got the jackets that came with Dax and Cash. And the reason I think these are going to work out so well, as you can see here, these red jackets, I think they're going to look great on Tully and Arn. I think they're going to look fantastic. They are very much that similar style, that like 80s, late 70s, 80s jacket style that, you'd see kind of like that varsity look. I think putting that on them is going to really make them pop. Barry Windham already has a vest on, so I don't think we're going to add anything to him. But Ric Flair, he doesn't have his iconic robe, and what better way to do that than to take this robe here. This Ric Flair robe I've been saving for a little while now. It says Ric Flair on the back there, if we can get a good look at that. And this Ric Flair robe is going to go right on him as well, and the reason being, I had this Flair robe from one of his Superstars figures, and those are the ones that kind of look more like the Remco figures. And it came with that figure. It's a great fit for the Elites. As most of you know, the Superstars gear and stuff does fit Elites almost perfectly. And so we're going to add that onto that Flair, as I've been holding on to this to have a good reason to use it, and that is now going to be the reason. So the next time that I show this pack off, it will be with all these extras, with all these goodies, and I can't wait for you guys to be there to see it. But I'll tell you what, guys, you have been here to see another episode of New Figure Pickups. It's episode 95. Again, if you've been with me for 94 previous episodes, I appreciate you oh so much. If this is your first time here today, I appreciate you as well. And the best thing about that is, if you want to see more of these, all you got to do is get over to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, because you'll get updates from my channel each and every single day, because we are dropping brand new videos each and every single day. So make sure you hit that bell icon to follow along. And also leave me a comment on this video. Tell me, what was your favorite figure here? What was your favorite box set here? What was your favorite item here today? Whatever it may be, sound off in the comments below. I would love to hear it. And also tell me, is there some figures here that you've passed on that you may need to pick up? Are there some here that you're still passing on to this day that you just don't care about and you just don't plan to put in your collection? Again, let me know all about it in the comments below. I usually get back to every single person that does comment. I try to. Sometimes I might miss one here or there, but I always try to get back to you guys. I appreciate all of you and your time, so I try to give it back just as much. One more time, guys, for everything you've seen here on the channel, it is the only place that we always can be. That is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. One more time, happy Thanksgiving to you all. I will see you all very soon in the next video, because that's where we'll be, and the only place that it will be, right here. You already know. Before I keep going, guys, let me wrap this up. I'm going to start rambling. You know the deal. You know how it is. You know how it goes, right? We just can't stop. We can't stop. We just keep going. So, as always, guys, it's been fun. See you all in the next video. Be safe. Stay tuned.